Hello and welcome to Portent Kast. My name is Lila. I'm your dungeon keeper and host. And today you are tuning in to episode 18th, the 18th episode of A Parlous Voyage. TPK is a queer, female, and non-binary actual play show where we'll be playing TTRPGs of all sorts. You can keep updated with everything we do with the podcast over on all of our social medias, watch episode clips over on TikTok, and you can keep updated by hitting the subscription button below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our cast for today.
Hi, I'm Kristen, and I play Vernon.
Hi, I'm Star. What are you doing here? I'm Mariana.
I'm Carolee, and I play Talara.
Hi, I'm Ezra, and I play Ether.
Hi, I'm Helen, and I play Narissa.
And I'm Lindsay, and I play Seraphin, who just came back.
Alrighty, and without further ado, let's set sail into this episode of A Parlous Voyage. While on their mission to find the clues to Ragnar's lost treasure hoard, the crew of the Golden Rose has found themselves stranded in the port city of Ashevi after having a brief fight and then conversation with the Kraken Skethragor and given another clue they were after. They spent 2 months in Ashevi awaiting a few resources before they could head off to their next clue. They learned of Seraphina's death, a past life Ether was running from, and some group tensions that had just begun to arise while awaiting for the 23rd of Rye here. You spent time working and enjoying a small break from the chaos that has nestled into your lives since boarding the Saber in Mimir. But on that day, you went to the Misty Torn Tavern and ordered a letter's flame and met a strange older woman named Granny and her magical goat, Toro. She seemed to know a lot about you and was pretty insistent on gathering you on the ship before telling you more information. And after a while, that form of Granny began to shift into a familiar form of the second mate you thought to be dead. So, pirate crew, what do you do as you stand in the captain's quarters, just watching this form shift into someone familiar?
Talara is probably the first one to speak up, and it's like, what the hell? Can we at least now decide that if y'all are gonna die, y'all just die? Because, like, I'm really sick of this whole thing of, like, mourning my friends, and then y'all just appear again. Like, just popping like daisies. Y'all just keep popping like daisies, and, like, just die if you're gonna die. Don't come back, because I'm sick
Laura
of it.
is slowly losing it.
It is just, like, a wee bit stressful.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Ether is just frozen. Like, they have not, like, same thing with Mariana, not breathing at this point, not moving, just staring, like, dead stare at Seraphina.
I apologize for all the stress. I had to. I was kind of killed, and then afterwards had to lay low. So
Kind of killed? Like, how do you kind of get killed?
you get your own sword rammed through you, and then get strung up, and I'll stay obey.
So, how did you pop up like a daisy?
I don't really think it was popping up like a daisy for me. I think it was more a friend of mine helped me escape both death and the Dragon King. So, skeleton.
Magical goat?
Oh, what?
Was it the goat?
Yes, technically. We should probably not be in port. We should be out on the sea, and then he can potentially come out of my room.
The goat?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have anything else we need to do in the town before we leave? Mariana's just shaking. Do we have anything else we need to do before we leave?
You did have about 3 crew members out in port doing stuff during the day.
We'll set sail tomorrow once we get everything set up.
That's fine. I can just pop in and out without having to go out on deck back to my room, so that's not a problem. I was able to acquire another piece of the map. So there's that. And I hope I bring it out.
Wait, from when you were dead or like?
Well, a lot of things have happened between when I died,
Mm-hmm.
before when I died, and then when I died. So, so yes, I found out a little bit of information regarding Raganorth. Apparently, he was captured by a mage of some sorts, and so, do you all know anything about that part of everything?
Didn't we kind of hear that from the Kraken, maybe?
No, we talked about it with the Kraken because Mariana and Vernon talked to the Dragon King about this a long time ago. And we learned that Raganorth was contained by like 3 mages, like in a cage.
And
But
Vernon
then-
did talk to Mariana,
And one of
like right before they
Right.
met up with Seraphin sometime.
Well, but then the Kraken was sent there by a mage to.
by the same mage, yeah. Which
Yeah.
One of the 3 mages.
Yeah. Okay. Just confirming.
Are y'all talking about this like a round
it's
table?
just-
I know. I think this is out of character.
This is just
Yeah.
clarification for my purpose of whether or not to ask a follow-up question.
Can we see what your paper says? What does your paper say?
Yeah.
I say in character.
The first line says a broiling. The second line says, it looks like the first word is cut off, and at the end it says ring. And then the second word starts and has the letters P and A. The third line, most of it's cut off, but the first word on that line, it ends in IC, and the second word ends in F, and then the final line says CO.
I guess we could, once we get back to the ship, we can.
You guys are
We're
on the ship.
ship.
You're in the captain's quarters.
Oh, that's right. We went back to the captain quarters. We're not in the hotel anymore. That's right. Well, let's then take that. I guess we should put these. Try to find a spot where it fits. I guess.
It almost looks like it could fit against up here. Like this edge here looks like it could fit next to here.
But the words are angled different.
Yeah.
The words here are angled like down this way.
Well, that's just
because
it's the pictures are angled that way.
Oh, so if it's turned like and they're against each other, will they go the same way?
Let me turn it and do that.
Look at all the lines on it too. That we could use that to connect it. Oh yeah.
That's what I'm doing on the.
So this might connect to here. This sorry, it won't go exact on me because it's connecting. Hold on. No snapping.
Well, that piece, that big piece at the bottom connects to where that dragon is. Here, let me get my ruler. So this piece goes right here.
It goes up here.
I thought it went right
This piece here connects like this.
here. Yeah.
That's what you guys figured out last session.
Yeah, so this part goes up here. So if this connects, let's see what we got. So last time what is my doing? We got glitter made from acid, only golden skeleton harbor. So connects to a broiling.
And I will also say that this was not a clue that was necessarily in order. We were sent for this clue from the Skeleton King while he had mentioned having other ships going after other ones. But when this piece of the map was found, we did see some writing in the area talking about where pirates go to die, which is Osteo Bay. So I don't necessarily know.
The exact wording is where all pirates go to die.
Thank you.
Love it. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, yeah.
So we have on ONG a broiling, glittering PA made from acidic F. I'm assuming that's fire or
It
flame.
could be among the broiling.
Among the broiling.
Ooh,
That would make sense. Among a broiling. And stuff in parentheses for things that is our guessing.
And then
A broiling, glittering. Pass? Glittering. Chrysanthemum.
Only the golden, and then we just have CO.
Only the golden
Compass.
that's a young adult novel.
Lila covering her face over there.
Perhaps there is a compass that will lead to the treasure.
Yeah, it could be. And then
Made from acidic glittering.
God, everyone just look
Hold
at
on.
Kristen right now. Their jawline looks so chiseled.
Honestly,
With that light,
yeah.
with the light that you had on your face,
Ooh.
you looked like you had like a very chiseled jawline. Sorry, continue.
Mariana goes over to the books in her quarters and pulls out like essentially a dictionary and goes, words that start with PA, and just starts going through that. It's like
Make me an intelligence or investigation check.
You brought it up, and I keep making a Chad face because I noticed it now.
Just a Chad face.
Investigation. I gotta do. So 16.
Let me look up words that begin with PA.
Participational.
You find a lot of words that begin with PA. I don't know how this.
No, I was doing it because that was my that was a way of telling everybody I was googling words that start with PA.
Okay. Okay,
I
yeah.
was like,
You
this
just
will
start
help, this
looking
will
up
help.
words that begin with PA. You don't know if
I'm
it'll be helpful
pulling
or
up-
not.
Playing up the
Glittering
map.
parsley. Pancake.
Is there
Passage. Got anything?
glittering passage?
I don't think it is. I feel like God did a facepalm when I said it. So I don't think.
God did a face palm.
Can
I did a facepalm
like-
to you saying pancake.
Oh, okay.
Can I try to like think about if Ether would know of any like passage? Because like glittering passage, I think of like stuff with like crystals.
The only glittering passage you guys know of is in Aztiri on the
Back
Temple
to
of Agai.
Asturi.
So we've already been there.
It doesn't mean
Go
that we
back.
don't
Let me see
have
my
to go
phone.
back. Yeah.
Well, our current clue is leading us away, far away. Seraphina, do you know of
So
the Chimera Brume?
Based on ambient knowledge, you would know it's a place kind of below Aesmere, that is it's basically like very Bermuda Triangle-y. Like people like pass out when they go in there. They don't remember what exactly happened, but often they are connected via shared dreams.
I've never experienced it myself, but I've heard about it where people just, once they enter in, they fall asleep and they experience these weird, like, shared dreams experiences, but that's about it.
Oh.
What is this question you would like to ask, Star?
Have you heard the tale
Jesus fuck.
of Dragon Age?
Don't make this canon in my world.
I was just, I wasn't going to, but then I stopped myself. Have you heard the tale of Dragon Age, where there's this world of dreams called the Fade, where multiple people can go in together? So, are we gonna be stuck in the Fade? Like,
Oh my god, I heard that you can like turn into mice and stuff there.
I heard that too.
has Vernon shown everyone that he's got the necrotic flesh?
Mm-mm. The only people who know about it are Seraphina and Mariana.
Ether.
Oh, Ether
He did
too.
show Ether.
So I'm thinking acidic flesh.
Oh no, it's me too.
Ooh,
That's a good
Dragon North
guess.
acidic flesh.
flesh or fire, something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would love to say that Ether thinks of that, but they don't. That's like a chess move. They're playing checkers.
I'll make an intelligence check for Mariana. That's a 6.
We're all stupid.
We're all
I mean,
stupid.
I'll make
Look-
one for Seraphina.
What's my intelligence modifier?
So,
Oh, okay, Seraphina's smart.
Yeah.
Lila. Talara wants to go over there and like where all those words are. Can she do like a? I don't know if you're gonna make me do a check for this, but like to kind of see, like you see how like the first bit of the map, like where the words start, like try to figure out where words start and finish, where there could be potentially more like things added on. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
You guys figured that out last session. Where the pieces are right now is where they line up.
But I mean, like, you know, like, so like we have the first line, a second line, a third line, a fourth line, and a fifth line, right?
Yeah, there's 5 lines so far. that you
Yeah,
guys know
so
of.
we can potentially tell that the first, second, third line starts with whatever that is. Like that is the first word in that line because there's nothing more in there. And then that fifth line also. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me look at the.
Like the fourth, third, and fourth lines seem to, or whichever.
Yeah, that's where you assume they would start.
Yeah, okay. So we know that the And she's writing this and talking out loud, I think. And she's pulling out her notebook and writing these down. Like, okay, so I know that. I mean, based on the way the map looks, it looks like those last two lines are complete. Like they start there because there's a little, there's a little space there. Okay. So we know that the last two lines start with only the golden something, 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 Skeleton Harbor. And maybe even that third line made from acid.
Well,
Can
yeah,
I make a check to see if I know the Skeleton Harbor? If that makes
You know the
any
We
sense?
did. It's on
That's
Stale
Skeleton
Bay,
King.
right?
Yeah. You guys,
Okay,
you
so-
guys figured that out last session.
Yeah,
Okay,
I did
cool.
ask that last session because I was like,
Mhm.
Right.
No,
Okay, cool.
it's basically a colloquial name for it because of all of the skeletons leading into the harbor.
so it's been colloquially called this for a really long time. Because how long ago was this map made? How long ago was the treasure lost? Do we know that? How old is the Skeleton King? I have so many questions.
I mean, isn't the Skeleton King a descendant of Raganorth?
Would I know if the previous Skeleton Kings have also been descendants of Raganorth, or if...
The Skeleton King got his name because of the way he presents
Oh,
himself. The other
Rome.
pirate kings before that, weren't dragonborn.
Okay, but it was always called Skeleton Harbor.
It was always called Asteo Bay. That was just more recently a thing that had been adapted, but basically kind of the same kind of deal where all the pirate skeletons were thrown into the bay. The Skeleton King began bringing in older ships and hanging bodies off of it.
Which Seraphin?
What was that for?
You're about to say.
You're cutting out.
I can't hear any of that.
I was thinking about Asteo Bay and I got mad at you for a second.
Mad at me for what?
Maybe
being
die.
strung up
You
in
left.
Stale Bay.
Why are you going to get mad at me for being strung up?
No, I'm mad at the leaving part. People die every day. I'm mad at the leaving part.
I mean, it was either leave or all of us fight 3 ships, which we were not equipped to do.
Or we could have figured out a third option, but you didn't give us a chance to do it. And
There
Ethan doesn't
wasn't
even
time.
look at Serafina as they say that. They're just like looking down at the map.
There wasn't time, Ether.
We could have made time.
We could not have.
Serafina, do you know what there was time for? To tell us.
I couldn't have
You
done
chose.
that. Do you
I know.
understand that the Vixen has been around for quite some time? Not me personally, having had my ordeals with her myself. She's been around for quite some time. She is a very, very strong pirate.
So you,
And
I
thank
And
you
you're
couldn't even-
not?
You couldn't
Not
tell
as
us you were
strong as
leaving.
her. Are you kidding me?
Have you seen the shit you can do, Serafina?
And you have not seen the shit that she can do. She can charm a person for weeks on end.
Well, so can I, but you don't see me talking about it.
The
In
least
one
you could have done was just
fell swoop,
fucking
to
tell us.
Rampant?
The sending stone I give you mean nothing.
The sending stone that you gave me was taken by the Skeleton King.
We can all.
I understand that all of you are frustrated with my decision, but that was the only decision that I could make to keep you all safe. Otherwise, I don't even think Mariana could have come out of it alive, undead or otherwise.
Lara's just like head going back and forth. Like this whole
The
thing.
least you
Just
could have
like,
done, even if you were right, the least you could have done was fucking tell us. So you wouldn't have to go into your empty room and wonder where the fuck you were.
That wasn't part of the deal that I had to make.
Part of
Again,
the deal
So
was
we
that you
didn't
don't tell
matter?
us.
the whole reason why I left was because you matter.
And you
I
could have
not-
fucking told us that you left.
I couldn't have done that either. Those were part of the rules. You don't understand that, especially with players like the Vixen, the Skeleton King, people who have far more experience, magic, and physical experience, both. You have to pick and choose your battles. And I was put in a position where thankfully I did have the pass that I did with the Vixen. Otherwise, we would have been completely annihilated without even having given a chance. That's the reality of the situation. That's how it would have been. Because
the reality of the situation is that I've known you for years, and you left us, you left me without even a single fucking word. And you think that you can just waltz back onto the ship like nothing fucking happened. And
No.
Ether's gonna pull out the letter, push it in, the letter that they had wrote, push it into Seraphina's chest and walk out the door.
Narissa will follow them.
Ether, like, doesn't really give any indication that, like, they know that you're following, just goes up to their room.
Mm-hmm.
Seraphin will hold on to the letter and just like big sigh.
We believed you were dead. We had to come to terms with your death.
Well, she did die.
I was struck with my own sword. That's how I have this. I like my own tattoos, but this is a little bit much even for me.
Can't blame us for being upset.
I am in no way blaming you. I completely understand. But I need you guys to understand as well that I did what I had to do to keep you safe.
We understand. We just need time to process.
I understand that.
So how do we stay awake?
That I don't know. I have no idea how one would stay awake through the... I've already forgotten the name of it.
The Chimera Brume.
Thank you. That was not mentioned when I went went to go get this clue. And then I died, so.
Barky, you've been working on a little metal guy, right? A little metal navigator?
It won't work.
You won't? Are you sure? Have you
There's
tried? Have you
nothing
really
I can do.
tried?
Of course, I really tried. You think I'm not gonna really try to get us through this? So,
Yes, actually.
Has anyone survived going through? Like, they're obviously, clearly.
Both Seraphina and Mariana, and anyone who has researched the Chimera Brume, most everyone survives it. It's just you don't know what happens when you are in it because you are asleep and having a shared dream.
Oh!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like
I thought it was gonna shipwreck us.
I mean, there are stories of people being shipwrecked, like especially if there's a storm there or something.
Yeah,
but
like you couldn't control necessarily what's happening because you're all
correct.
asleep.
Yes, correct.
We could having like a group go in and then the rest of everyone else sail around and meet them on the other side.
There is you have to go through it, as far as I'm aware. Maybe Narissa can talk to fish. Maybe she can get like a whale or something to gently push us.
Or maybe she could just ask the fish.
Or we could go in the whale's mouth.
If the fish, what if we find out the fish also are sleeping and no fish go there?
Well, that's how we'll learn, and they will be a worthy sacrifice.
Or sleep. I don't think.
Well, we should get ready to set sail if we're heading out that way.
What if we just kill the things that do the sleeping thing?
We don't know what does it.
Well, that's something we could find out.
Okay.
What's easier, trying to get through a thing while you're asleep or going and killing the things that do the sleeping thing?
It could be nothing. It could just be magical energy around it. You can't, like, it's not.
But we did figure out that no magical barrier blocks it. Like that people have tried to be in like little bubbles and stuff. I think I asked that before. Is Like if someone is
as
in like
far
a
as
little hut
anyone
or something.
knows, there is nothing to stop it from happening.
Yeah. So if it was magical, you could prevent it, but
We might be.
Could we potentially have Narissa talk to her seahorse swarm? And maybe, like, they could collectively go and then report back to us if, like, some of them fall asleep or not?
As you guys are talking, Mariana, you hear a knock at the door.
I open it.
You see Devil Smile. Whenever you get the chance, you should come meet me in the cargo bay. I have something to show you. I probably should have let you know when we got to port.
Does this have to do with the complication you told me about?
And he walks off.
Okay, I'll be right back. You guys talk about the sleepy place or whatever.
Um,
And
I
hang low,
wanna-
just follow Devil Smile.
as Mariana leaves, Tara's gonna look at Serafina and so we checked everyone, but the only one we weren't able to check was Devil Smile, correct?
Yes, that is the case. What are your thoughts on him?
Well, he is he's protected from having his mind invaded. He has a ring. I mean, we could politely ask him to remove the ring because of the situation.
Sure. Do you think he would willingly do that?
That is something we just have to find out, I think, because if he's not willingly doing it, then I mean, clearly there's something there.
It might be best for maybe you to go with Mariana to him and ask. Well, maybe like fill Mariana in with like what you're wanting and having her as the captain back you to have that request made as a willing endeavor. Maybe he'll be willing to do that for us at that point because I don't really have much rapport with him.
Yeah, I could just message the captain right now.
Well, maybe wait for her to deal with whatever situation is going on.
True, yeah. She can only really focus on one thing at a time, yeah. It's true.
Okay, we'll move back down to Mariana and Devil Smile. You see Devil Smile is kind of like hastily making his way down to the cargo bay, but you're able to like keep up with him. And you see he kind of waits in front of a door. Yeah, so I may or may not have accidentally commandeered another ship and stole a bunch of stuff as pirates do.
How do you access? Can I see what you got?
Yeah, and he opens the door, and you see there is this large treasure chest, and then you can also see there is looks to be like a set of armor kind of laying on top of it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. In that chest.
Okay. What kind of ship was it?
I think some sort of mercantile ship. I don't know.
I'm gonna go up to the chest and see if it's trapped.
It's not trapped.
I wanted to make sure.
It's not trapped.
It's happened so many
It's not
times
trapped.
at this point. Okay.
But you open it and you see there is a good chunk of gold and what looks to be platinum in it, as well as you can see that there's a rod kind of like on the top of like all of the gold and stuff. Good God, Kristen, stop. And what I'm about to say is gonna make it worse. There looks
Is it an immovable?
No,
Sorry,
it's
go ahead.
not. There looks to be like what look to be octopus tentacle filigree on it. And then there's
I know what
also
that is.
there's also a small pouch, and you open it up, and it looks to have a few different what look to be like bullets in it as well. And then you also see there are looks to be 12 different potions. And then I also have some more stuff in another room that didn't fit in here.
Wow.
Yeah, I think in the other room there's probably about like 13 grand worth of art objects. I'm a good smuggler. I don't know. Sorry, I'm sorry, Captain, if this isn't what you wanted. But pirates steal things, so I assumed it was probably something I should do if we came across something. I don't know. I counted that, and that has 200 platinum pieces in it, and probably nearly the same amount of gold. That is the art object's worth in that chest. And that armor looks pretty fancy too.
I have never loved you more than I do in this moment. This is incredible.
You can see
You're an
it.
amazing pirate.
He has bright red over his red skin already.
My hand on his shoulder. Amazing pirate.
Okay, I thought I did something bad, but cool.
Well, we're pirates. We do bad things.
I know, but I don't know. I did it without your permission, and I felt like the pirate hierarchy thing would have been overruled or something. I don't know.
It's fine. I'm not a bitch about that kind of stuff.
Great.
This is incredible. Oh my god. Oh. I'm freaking out. I haven't seen a haul this good in years. Oh my god. How long have you been a smuggler?
A few, like a decade or so.
I grab both of his hands and go, "We are honored to have you on this ship."
I'm glad to be here. I can do a lot more of this stuff. I was planning on like smuggling the art objects out and like getting gold back for them, but I don't know if that's what you want to do.
We've got a day or two before we leave. We could do what we can here.
Okay.
Maybe get some final shopping done
I
too.
can definitely get some of this stuff done. I have some connections.
Yeah, and I'm good at moving things without being seen. If you need some help with it.
Oh, don't worry. I have some fake barrels that I had made on the boat when I first joined. So, like the tops look like there's like fish and stuff in them, and there's not anything really in them. It's fake.
Oh, so we don't have as much fish as I thought we did?
I guess. I mean, we have plenty of rations for everyone.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Well, and I lean up and I pat him on the head, and I go, "Good job."
Cool. I'll start smuggling this shit.
Okay. And I'm gonna go look at all the stuff in the chest and try to like analyze and see what it is.
Okay.
Like if I can identify any of it.
There is 12,500 gold pieces. There are 200 platinum pieces. There looks to be 10 potions of regular healing, 2 potions of greater healing, an orchid laparine chunk, roughly about this big. It was probably expensive. There's another larger, you kind of start digging through, there's another larger sack of gems as well. And then there's those bullets, and then the rod, and then the armor.
Can I identify anything about the armor? Is it just basic armor?
It's not. It looks to be. Let me actually pull it up. Actually, I have it on Roll20. It looks to be like a very heavy plate armor. But it looks to be made of like almost like a bronze coloration. It almost reminds you of kind of like something insectoid.
I just want to remind you that Talara has let Mariana know a couple times that if there's ever anything that needs to be sold, she has distort value so she can get extra monies when things are sold.
I think, honestly, we're kind of good on... This is a shit ton of money. I think we might be fine. I think before we leave, we sell what we need to sell, distribute stuff, and then buy what we can from... I know the name of the shop. Void. Nether and Void.
Nether, yeah.
I was remembering Void in my head, and I was like, I love you. Who are you? Yeah. We could do that. So, holy shit, we could get like loaded up, because I imagine not to meta, but I don't know if there's going to be another shopping trip by the end of the season. So I'm thinking, I don't know if we're gonna go anywhere else that has shopping. I shrug, but it would.
I mean, that's very fair of a captain to think, though. I wouldn't call it meta of like, we're about to go do a really dangerous thing. Like, let's get things before we possibly die that could save us.
Okay. You check out all that stuff. Let's go back to Ether and Narissa.
You said that Ether was going to their room, yeah? Yeah, Narissa would just kind of like follow behind and just like peek her head in and just be like, do you want company or do you want to be left alone?
I don't know, honestly.
If I stay, would you like comfort or to vent?
Just a shrug. They don't know at this point.
She comes in and she like sits next to them and is just like, whatever you need. If you feel like you need to scream at Seraphina, but you can't go do that right now, you can totally scream at me.
I'm gonna scream at you.
You can scream at me.
I'm not gonna scream at you.
Scream at me.
No.
I dare you.
No! No, I'm not screaming at you.
Scream at me.
No. It's just that, Serafina is like an older sister to me. And I was scared that she was going to leave when she didn't tell us. Like, oh, I'll help you set up the ship kind of thing. But it was like, she already detached herself from it. So I was already scared from that. And then she actually left and didn't say anything else. And didn't even like leave a note or anything, because I'm pretty sure Ether doesn't know about the note that she actually left. And it's like, didn't leave a note or anything. And she, like I said, she was like a sister to me, and seeing her just leave, it really fucking hurt. And like, is it like, she can't just waltz back onto the ship, right? Like, am I right for thinking that, or am I overreacting?
You're not overreacting. You were hurt, and she left, and she's suddenly back. Every single thing you feel right now is valid.
And I know underneath all of that, I am happy that she's back.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm scared that me being angry is going to keep me from being happy, and then something bad happens and she leaves again. And I don't want her to leave again.
I know. I know. You're allowed to feel more than one way. You can be angry that she left, and be happy that she's here.
At that point, Ether's just gonna like lay a head on your shoulder.
She hugs them.
They hug back.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to scream at me?
I'm sure.
Do you want to scream into a pillow?
No, I think I'm good, but thank you for following me.
Of course. I love you.
I love you too.
And you know that Seraphina loves you too.
In her own way.
Older sisters are always like that.
Unfortunately.
they're not the best at showing it when you need them to, and when they do show it, they're not the best at doing it in the way you need them to.
No, I had an older sister back home. Yeah, I should have expected this.
I have an older sister too. She tries. Sorry, I just read the chat.
Spending that few months in the Chevy made me realize I feel like I know you, but I also don't know that much.
I honestly feel that way about most of the people here. I feel like I know who you are in terms of who you are since I've met you. Don't really know anyone's past.
Well, if it helps, my past wasn't very great.
I mean, it sounds like you had at least one pretty good person going for you.
That was about it. Mariana thinks that I was some sort of prince.
I mean...
Don't you go thinking it as well!
I mean, look, I'm not gonna say that I think that you were a prince, but I am gonna say that I think that you would look hot as hell in some royal regalia. And also, if you want a crown, I will get you one.
I don't want a crown.
Okay.
If we're going off of just how pretty people would look, I would suggest that you were royalty as well.
No. She gets up and she walks out. she does not know how to process that, and
Ethan's just like, okay.
you see her face go like the darkest shade of purple you have ever seen her go, and you can tell that she's like blue screening. And in a moment of I don't know what to say, she just gets up and leaves. Like, that's just a defense mechanic. She's like, I don't know what to do.
Narissa?
Yeah?
Are you okay?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm gonna go squeal into a pillow in a different room.
Do you want me to leave? This is your room as well.
No, you're good. I'll be back.
Okay.
He literally just finds another room that's open, takes a pillow, and squeals into it like a teenage girl.
It's like fucking Vernon's room.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That's it.
What is everybody else doing?
Being emotional.
Okay. How does Vernon be emotional?
He exists.
By being a little bitch.
I mean,
he's been about it lately.
He's trying his best. There's definitely a lot he wants to say to Serafina, but at the moment he's not going to say anything to Serafina, especially because Mariana's in the room.
Mariana isn't in the room.
Oh, right.
Talara's in the room.
I'm talking a devil smile. I'm going through all the stuff down below and separating what we're keeping and what we're not keeping, basically.
Valid. Okay, cool. So, I mean, he's probably going to forget Talara's there, not going to lie. Love you, Talara.
she's just like trying to avoid all of the awkward stuff, and is just looking at the map and the pieces, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna just sit here and do this quietly while everything goes on around me.
Yeah, Vernon definitely just looks at Serafina, and he's very obviously upset. And he's just gonna clear his throat and just yeah, I had to accept your death. And I care for you. I do. came to terms with the fact that I might have joined you soon in death. Now you're back, and I don't want to lose you again.
I understand that. I mean, the part of the whole reason why we're doing this, though, is to keep you from death, so I would say please don't accept that reality so easily.
Weren't here, you don't understand what happened. It grew a lot since you've been gone, and he finally talked to me.
Seraphin, make a perception check for me.
Ah, shit. 17 plus what's my perception? 4, 21.
As you hear him say these words and say that it's grown, you can see this small black line kind of inching up his neck, just underneath of his clothes.
How long has it been since you've checked the growing?
I've tried to avoid thinking, because I know I'm running out of time.
I think, you know what? Nope, we're just gonna keep going, because at this point, like, it hasn't even, you should probably, you need to tell more than just Mariana, because it's now showing. And she'll gesture to your neck.
He's just gonna kind of like pull his collar just a little bit more
and
to cover.
Honestly, at this point, the whole crew needs to know that this is part of what we're fighting for.
Can I roll a perception check?
Yeah.
To see this stuff? Okay. Okay, that's a nat one, so
Yeah.
Okay.
He covers it before you can see it.
Yeah. Okay.
You're so in depth with your journal. And the
No, she's just like trying to pretend. She's just like, what? Wait, she hears like, I'm not gonna last much longer or whatever, and she's like, wait, what the fuck is happening? Like,
I fought with Ether and Nerissa when you left. I blamed him for you leaving.
well, that's not fair.
Made up to him by, coming clean about what's going on. But
That's better.
Nerissa and Talara don't know. And at that moment, he's gonna realize Talara's still in the room. He's like,
hey, Argy.
All right.
So what's wrong with you?
I guess. Oh, God damn it.
Okay.
I would rather wait until everyone gets here. He says begrudgingly.
Talara, darling, can you go ahead and can you do your mind thing and let the others, the immediate others, know to come back up here?
Yeah, sure. Before that, she is gonna use detect thoughts on Barky, though.
Okay. What are...
And she will try to probe deeper.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Just kidding.
At first, his surface thoughts are, "Oh shit, I may be dying," and this is, how we roll. That's a nat 20.
And as you try to probe deeper, you can still hear that incessant, deep growling blocking you from it. From further in his mind.
And Vernon knows I did this, so...
Mm-hmm.
Or Vernon knows Clara did this.
You feel another presence in your mind. It's oddly familiar.
He kind of blinks, and then he looks at Talara, and he's like, It
was worth a try. Whatever. Okay. And she will let everyone know to come back.
Okay, kind of after all of your kind of little moments and whatnot, you guys all hear Taflara like mind link with you. You feel that connection reestablish itself, and then she asks you all to meet back up in the captain's quarters.
You guys should see all the shit they got. Oh my god. Hold on, I'm breaking stuff.
You hear Mariana through all of the mind link.
Holy shit. I just like say, I'm just like Mariana's got like cha-ching in her eyes, like everything like sparkling. It's like you guys can hear like a magical girl sparkle in her head. It's just like she's like obsessed with this. Everything's so shiny. She's like shiny.
When the message comes through, Narissa will look at Ether and be like, if you don't want to go, I will stay here with you.
No, I'm first mate. I have the responsibility.
Okay.
Let's go. And Ether's gonna walk with her to the captain's quarters.
Okay. The entire time that they are in a room with Seraphina for the next while, she will be holding their hand to make sure that they're okay.
Okay. You guys all gather in the captain's quarters. It looks like Barky seems to have something to say as you guys all kind of like collect yourselves, and then Mariana comes trudging in with like a suit of like plate armor like over her shoulder, like bags of stuff. Yeah,
I literally take the bag, like the sack of gems, and empty it out on the table, and then throw like 500 gold pieces on the table, and I'm like, and then like some potions, and I'm like, oh, and then I take the bullets out and I hand them to Ether. Here you go.
Where did all this come from?
What the fuck?
I know, right? I give the rod and I hand it out to Narissa.
It's so pretty.
Oh, that reminds me, I got you guys presents earlier. I'll give them later. What are we meeting about?
Venom.
He just looks like a little, like he obviously doesn't want to say it, but he knows he needs to. And then when Serafina says his name, he just cringes a little bit, and he just kind of looks at Mariana, and you can see the stress in his face, and he's just like, it's worse. And he unbuttons his shirt and he just pulls it to the side.
And for those of you who have seen this before, and those of you who have seen it, it has grown considerably since the last time you saw it. For those of you who haven't seen it before, there looks to be like this dark stretching necrosis that's like beginning to inch up towards his neck and down towards, like, inching towards where his heart is. And you can almost see, like, on his fingertips, you can, now that you see that, you kind of follow it down to his fingertips, and you can see where there looks to be, like, just the vaguest showing of, like, bone on some of his fingers.
That got worse.
What the hell is wrong with you, Barky?
What the fuck?
And there's also, looks to be, like, if Vernon continues to show more of his arm, kind of up towards where the wrist is, looks to be like he's growing, like, pustule sacs.
Yeah. He definitely, like, decides to show it all, so he, like, slips his arm out of his shirt. So it's, like, half on one arm, so he's not, fully shirtless, and he takes off his,
Narissa's first instinct is holding up her hand and looking away. She's like, I don't want to see this shit.
Through the mind link, Mariana doesn't think about the mind link and goes, oh god, he's so much hotter with his shirt on. Oh, no.
Karen will audibly cough laugh.
Vernon's just taking it back. He's like, now's not the time, Mariana.
Barky, may I? And she goes to, like, reach out her hand.
He, like, hesitates, but then he, like, gives her his arm.
She's gonna just, like, lightly touch his arm, and she wants to cast Identify.
You cast Identify, and it doesn't seem to connect with any sort of magical object or essence.
It says if you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
There are no spells currently affecting Barky.
Okay. Okay, well.
I'd like you make it just a medicine check for me.
Okay. That's a D6. I don't know why I rolled that. That's a no, it's a 19.
Okay, as you're kind of looking at it and you're kind of focusing with the identify spell, seeing it doesn't have some sort of spell effect, you can see that it looks to be like this very deep necrosis. And as you're kind of looking at the pustules that are on his arm, you do kind of realize that it's probably made from some sort of acid.
Okay. What did you do to yourself? Like, what happened? Like, was this an experiment gone wrong or what?
What I know is that this is my contract with Ragnar.
What does that mean?
In my hometown, Brignlight, I just don't remember much from when this happened. I just remember finding a place in the ruins and then the mural on the wall.
And then you also remember waking up with your hand in a vat of acid.
Yes. And after that, I remember waking up with my hand in acid. Don't remember a little bit from afterwards. It was like a dream.
Wait. And I think, one sec. Oh. I don't know if Talara would put that together, the acidic with the possible flesh after it, but yeah, I don't think she would, but I rolled a 3 to see if she would put it together, but no, okay. I mean, it's just gotten worse, or?
It was just up my hand when it first happened, or up a little bit past my wrist, and then it's just grown ever since.
Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't look real good. I mean, I should probably put on gloves before I touched it. Like, it's gonna spread to me, or?
No.
Okay, yeah, because the little pustules or whatever, it's kind of gross.
No, this is, why I've been
wearing long sleeves the whole time? I gathered.
Yeah, that and
Okay.
why I said I needed to get this done.
Okay. Or, I hate to ask the or what question.
I believe it would just go to my heart and I'll die.
Okay. We don't want him to. We don't want this, right?
No, we don't want
Okay.
to.
I have to ask. I mean, we have clues now. We could just, you
No,
know.
I considered it too, Talara.
Okay, not just me. Okay.
The map, the clues. Part of me thinks it's in Brignlight. But I'm just jumping to conclusions, but that's what I'm thinking. That's where all this happened. It makes sense that there could be something there. But yeah.
Makes sense. Go back to where it all started.
But we have places to be.
That's also not the only problem, though, is the Skeleton King is also actively searching and trying to heat us off.
You also learned, in your time, Seraphina, that the Skeleton King had made a post in Brignlight.
Also that.
Lovely.
So, do we need to go to the Chimera Brume, or do we need to go to Brignlight?
Our next clue is at the broom. We're going to continue on there. with
Yeah.
our flags down for the time being, so we don't get identified.
The best thing is if it's at Brown Light, it's hidden. I could not find this place again after I came to, so be safe for
Narissa,
now.
make a roll d20 for me.
Whoa,
Okay.
I'm scared.
Me too. 13.
You remember them having talks about finding a secret room.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about that. When I was there was something about a secret room. About
You were
finding
where?
a secret room. In Brine
Yeah,
Light.
that's why I was yelling at Narissa after Serafina left.
Yeah, there was like a journal. And I flipped to the end. And secret room. Actually, Vernon, can you write something? Can you write the word secret room for me?
In
Just write it. Just like on parchment.
in common.
Yes, please.
Okay. He writes down secret room.
Show off.
If Narissa looks at it, does it look like the same writing that was in the journal, or does it look different?
It looks different, though
Okay.
vaguely similar.
I have a feeling that it was one of your parents who wrote it.
Probably my dad.
I haven't heard back from them.
You've been trying to contact them since the last time?
I only left that one message, but they never replied. She pulls out her sending stone.
Okay, and what do you say?
Merlin, if you are alive and or safe, respond to me now, please. Send my love to Cordelia.
We have your son. If you ever want to see him again, you'll contact him right now.
Okay, you send that.
They always have those stones on them. They're my first prototypes.
Maybe they don't work.
We
They're my-
tested them when I was there. They work.
That's why they kept them on them, because they did work.
Maybe they just don't like Narissa, so that's why they're not responding.
But then why would he have given me the stone in the first place?
Yeah. That's not like my parents.
He liked me well enough.
Well, he gave you the stone. That's a good sign. But not responding is worrisome.
It takes a moment, but then you feel the stone in your hand kind of almost like you can see the runes on it glow. And you put it up to your ear. Cordelia says she misses you, dear. Hopefully you'll be here soon.
Someone has your father. I never actually met your mother. I say send my love to Cordelia every time because I told him that she must be beautiful. I never actually met her.
Do you have a picture of your parents or a painting of your parents? A drawing?
Imagine, now that I, have made the connection and can see it, imagine Sparky, but like older, hotter, a little bit gray at the temples.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that's enough to try to find someone.
Sparky looks like
imagining
he's
it.
about to panic attack.
Trust me, Narissa's not doing too hot at the moment either. She liked Merlin.
Kalara will just like at the table, like where the map is or whatever. She's gonna pull some cards just to see like maybe what potentially is the like situation, at least, or what she could gather could be the situation with like this specific question being I guess she's gonna ask Burden, I guess. I'm not gonna do a joke like I did last time you were, at my table. She's like pulling out her cards and shuffling them, but maybe you need to ask, can you ask a specific question, or and maybe we could get some guidance.
I don't know what to ask.
Or it doesn't have to be like super specific, like where, but like, or maybe even like, because where do we go to Brinelat, where the Skeleton King could already be, because that's the next step past Chimera Brume, or do we go to Chimera Brume?
We don't know if that's the next step at all.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Just,
What if we stay on course and we send a couple of our people, our crew, to Brinelat, and then they'll come back here and wait for us? Brinelat isn't far away.
if the skeleton king is there, I need. But what if he has my family?
As far as you know, Seraphina, he had sent people there. He overlooked it for a while, but went back to Osteo Bay.
I don't think he's there right now. He had
his people. He's targeting me. He's targeting us. He can target our loved ones.
He thinks that we're dead. He's probably targeting the treasure above anything else. A treasure that your parents are investigating.
Exactly.
If they
Not
don't,
us.
If we don't play our cards right, then we could put ourselves in more danger, and then not be able to save them at all.
My family's in danger. I'm already dying. I need to go.
We need to get this treasure figured out, or you're going to die.
I'm dying either way.
No.
I'm dying either way.
Vernon, if it's any consolation, I doubt that it is. But if father was investigating the treasure, it would be in the Skeleton King's favor to keep him alive for as long as possible.
He would only know about Brinelat. He wouldn't know about anything else.
We can send some people from the crew to go investigate at a distance with the Sending Stone and let us know what happens. We can come back here to wherever we are, and I know the name of it. Promise I do. Don't act like I don't. A Chevy. Come back to a Chevy and wait for us while we go to the Chimera Brume. We can keep an eye on what's going on there, and we can proceed with the treasure so that you don't die and get it all figured out together. Because if we do one or the other, we can't do one or the other. We can do both, okay? But you need to stay here with us, because if we get to the next clue, we need you here to read it.
Kalara read the other clue.
Did she?
From the vixen.
Vernon, I know that you want to go and help your family. That's completely new normal. But you have to think about this rationally. Like, think about it as if you were someone else. Like, if we had, like, my father or someone else's father, how would you instruct them to deal with the situation?
I would tell them to go help their family.
So Talara, as this happening, she pulled cards, and I did actually pull cards, and this is really fucking weird. Okay. So
I had a card in mind.
Okay, so I did 3 card drop, but so she pulls out these cards, and we have a reverse 6 of Swords, an upright devil, and a reversed what is that? A 9 of Swords.
Yep, those were the cards I was thinking of.
So,
Yep.
so she's gonna, like, as y'all are talking, she's going to, I mean, what I see, Vernon, is that really you got choices to make, and one of those choices is going to be extremely destructive, and the other choice is not going to be any better. So it really seems like you got 2 really hard choices to make, and honestly, you're going to lose something in the end. And that doesn't help, I know, but
It's either I lose my family or I lose my life. Or I lose my life protecting my family.
If you want to go to Brine Light, I will go with you.
Does Talara know anyone in Brine Light? Can I? No, there would be no way. Okay.
Also the other feeling that you get with the devil upright is that it can indicate a sense of confinement or entrapment.
Yeah. I
So
did
they
it
might
as
just
the
be trapped.
I did it as 2 choices. Like, the question was his indecision. Indecision, and both choices will end in something.
Brine Light's
right.
closer.
We
Chimera
need to
Brume
keep.
is farther. There could
need
be
to
a
keep
clue
going.
in Brine Light.
Could be.
And there's no point of going to Chimera if we're going to past Brine Light, where all of this shit started. I know what I'm looking for now. Took me years to find it. We could be missing a piece, a big piece. This is where it all stemmed from.
As far as you guys are aware, the only clues that you guys have leading to any other place is the Chimera Brume and Osteo Bay. You guys have no clues leading to Brine Light.
Vernon, how do you even know
Vernon's
that
jumping
he's
to
there?
conclusions.
Vernon, he was studying Brine Light, but the Skeleton King fully could have taken him somewhere else. You would be going and fighting nothing and getting nothing in the end, and you will lose both your life and your father. Nothing good is going to come out of you going to Brine Light. I know how much that hurts, but you need to realize that. And you're smart, I know you do. Don't do anything stupid just because for the chance of there being something good.
The rest of us in danger, you would just let them be to find some clues to the stupid treasure.
That's not fair.
Oh, but it is.
The clues to the treasure that Raganorth started for you. You need to see this through, and hopefully we can save not only you, but your family as well.
How can I see this through when I'm running out of time? It's going to take months to get there. I could be dead by the time we get there.
Okay, I'm gonna walk out of the room.
Immediately.
I'm gonna walk out of the room and I'm gonna go talk to some of the crew. I'm gonna go talk to Sly. I'm gonna go talk to Sly, and I'm gonna talk to some of the older crew.
Okay.
And I'm literally not talking to anyone else. Just gonna be like, okay.
But would the older crew kind of be suspicious since they're all supposed to be dead?
You guys already went through the crew. There's no reason to suspect anyone of anything.
No,
not that they're suspecting, but because they were on the ship when the dragon was there. If they're seen, they might, like, people might realize that we're still alive.
Valid point.
Okay, but Mariana's not thinking about that right now.
I'm not?
You said you were going to talk to the crew. Let's go talk to the crew.
Okay. I'm talking to Sly. I'm talking to the crew. I'm saying, okay, basically everything that I was saying I was going to do, I'm going to do. I'm going to tell them, hey, go to Brine Light, investigate, take the sending stone that Devil Smile had, check in with me, and keep an eye out for someone that looks like Barky but older and more handsome.
Okay, great. I could do that. We'll get passage over there. I heard about a ship earlier. I was passing through the harbors that was making their way there.
Nice. Keep your head low and make sure that you guys don't get spotted by anyone who works for the Skeleton King.
No worries.
All right, and then come back to a Chevy, or we'll let you know where we're going, and we'll try to meet you there.
Okay, sounds good. I'll wait till Devil Smile gets back from whatever he's doing and get that sending stone from him.
All right, sounds good. at ease. And then I walk back in and I'm like, okay, so I figured it out. I know what we're doing. Let's go ahead and get ready to go to the Chimera Brume. We've got people going to Brine Light to keep an eye out on Barky's more attractive parents. And they'll have the Sending Stone. We have to continue looking for the treasure. Barky's going to die if we don't. There's no way around it. We're going to Chimera Brume.
And that's where we're going to take a quick break and pick up in a bit. See you guys then. Welcome back. We pick up as the crew of the Golden Rose has decided to split some of their crew to go to Brine Light, while the main party continues on to the Chimera Brume. What are you guys doing? As you guys have all just been told exactly what is happening, while you guys sit in the captain's quarters.
Vernon's definitely writing a quick letter for the people who are going to Brine Light to, one, help guide them to where they would find Merlin and Cordelia, and two, a letter to his parents explaining everything, pretty much.
Maybe don't sign it with your real name in case they intercept it and they don't know that you're alive. Maybe go a fake name, like Bartholomew.
Narissa could sign it. Skeleton King doesn't know that she's part of the crew.
That is true, but Barky's going to sign it. Yeah, he's gonna sign it.
Maybe don't sign it at all. Maybe we don't sign these letters.
Hold on. If I'm remembering right, Ether has illusory script, but I might be confusing that with another character. Yeah, because you can use illusory script.
I believe you changed the illusory script out, did you not?
I might have.
Not you, Vernon. I'm talking with Ether.
Mm-mm. Oh, no, not me. Never mind.
Yeah, I'll double check. I probably switched it out, if that makes sense.
Also, I've separated a lot of stuff onto the table if people want to go through it. So there's the Orchid Laparine chunk, which is that a crystal? Is that a big crystal?
Yes, it's a big purple crystal.
Oh, I love that. That I've got the bullets. I put the armor on there too. I gave the bullets to Ether.
Talara will identify the armor.
Okay. Let me pull it up. This suit of plate armor is fashioned from a giant scorpion chitin. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. While wearing this armor... Chitin, okay.
Sorry.
While wearing this armor, you gain the following benefits. The armor improves your combat readiness, granting you a +5 bonus to initiative, as long as you aren't incapacitated. The armor doesn't impose disadvantage on dexterity stealth checks, and the armor doesn't impose disadvantage on saving throws made to resist the effects of extreme heat. However, it is cursed. When you don and doff it, it does poison damage to you.
How much poison damage?
Quite a bit.
I'm like,
you might want to sell that bit.
I do have lesser restoration.
We're already dealing with one curse. We don't need another one.
You would also realize only the effects of a very powerful wish spell can remove the curses of the armor.
But, I could have a +10 initiative.
Do we have... I wonder if we have anyone on board who's immune to poison damage. I'm resistant. That's out of character. She doesn't...
You don't know
I'm resistant. She's thinking really hard about it, though. But no, I got my Mariner's armor. Yeah, we should probably sell that. Or give it to someone we don't like. Barky. Hey.
He's already dealing with one curse. We don't need another one.
Well, what if they don't stack?
Two curses make it right.
What if it cures him? Okay. Is there anything that we want to buy? We got 10 potions of regular healing, 2 potions of greater healing from that. And then I think I also, from the shop, got 1 supreme, 2 greater, and 1 regular. So we got...
Are we splitting? How are you splitting? Are you splitting the money with the entire crew, or
technically it would be part of the Commonwealth?
Of the Commonwealth. So we could just go buy it's the
I see. Yeah, that's why I was gonna that or the other. So essentially we could just say that we want to do these things and within reason, and like, you know what I mean? Like I want to get these things, and it's like 100 gold, then we could just get the things. And then like subtract, you know what I mean?
Do we need
Sure,
anything
yeah.
else?
Seraphina pipes up and she's like, "Oh, I also brought along a bag of holding with me, because the other one."
Also,
Flashbacks.
Serafina, you'd realize it's been past an hour, and
Yep. Well aware.
I hated that.
Old lady.
So at some point, we'll also look at Vernon. Vernon, also, you did mention the sending stone. Can I have the one that you have?
One that I made for you.
Correct. That I don't have. The other N2 now. Can I have the one that you have?
What reason?
Didn't you say the Skeleton King had that?
He did. He might still have it, I'm not sure, but I would like to try and see whose possession it might be in.
He's staring very hard. Yeah, sure. He just gently hands over the sending stone he had for Serafina.
I also added the scorpion armor to everyone's inventory if you'd like to see what it does.
I want to see it.
Also, just so you know, Mariana is proficient in heavy armor.
Whoa!
So I was gonna be like, okay, well, if no one wants this armor, I'll just
Wait,
go
hold on.
sell it. Okay.
Hold on. I'm looking at it.
And plate armor would give you a pretty high AC as well.
But I just got the
That's
Mariner's armor.
A lot of poison
But
damage.
is it worth the damage?
That's a lot.
Hold on, I didn't see the poison damage.
You are resistant.
Lila, when like you do identify, is it like you get like a printout like that in your head of
You
like
don't
exactly
get-
what it does?
Not exactly what it does. You know that it does poison damage. You guys don't know the effect. All you know is it does a fair bit of poison damage.
Mm-hmm.
This
But it would give
kill
you
me.
it would give you an 18 armor class.
18 armor class.
It's a
plus
lot
5
of
bonus
damage.
But it's halved for me.
But it's still a lot, even if it's halved.
No, if it's halved, then it's 25. Because it's 100. If I succeed on the check, then it's half to 50, and then I'm already half of it, so 50 half to 25.
Yeah, I
If
can go
you
for it.
succeed, 50 if you fail.
Yeah, but I got 70 something.
That's also just the average damage.
The average. It could be up to 145 points of damage. That is also a thing that can happen.
It could.
We have Spare the Dying. You'll be okay.
I can't cast it on myself.
I mean, it says
Oh, you have it.
only whenever you don or doff it, technically, so it's not every time.
When you put it on.
Just put it on and keep it on.
I kind of want to keep the Mariner's armor. We'll keep this for later. I'm gonna keep it and not sell it.
Okay, Captain. Be careful. Don't. That's a lot of poison damage, but okay.
I can take it.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything else with any of the other stuff that she brought? There was 2,000. I'll just say it now. There's 2,000 gold worth of gems. That Orchid Leporine you got is worth 1,500. It's a fairly large chunk of it.
Serafina snacks that one.
And then there's also the rod, and then the bullets that Ether was given.
I believe she gave me the rod as well.
Okay.
Neither the bullets, and then Vernon's going to go through the gems and whatever is left to see if there's anything he can grab to make things with.
Are there any diamonds?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
No
Okay,
diamonds. Looks to be like sapphires, rubies, garnet, zircon.
My favorite Pokemon games, and then some.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
There
I'm gonna
is a
give.
Pokemon Diamond though.
But
I'm
there's
gonna
no
give.
diamond.
I'm gonna give the 3 diamonds that I got to Narissa. I just hand you 3 diamonds suddenly. I'm like, this is unrelated to the other things. I'll give the potion of speed to Ether. And then I'm gonna give well, and then the rest of the stuff we can go through. I'll keep the Supreme and then the 2 graders, and then we can separate out the other stuff. We can do it while while we're traveling, though.
All 3 diamonds are worth 300 gold. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
For life
Captain,
reasons.
do you want me to sell the rest of these gems real quick, or what do you want me to do? You want to keep them, or?
I don't think we need them for anything. Do we want to buy anything? I don't know if there's anything we need to buy. Or is it like, where's that shop list?
Laura wanted to buy the ring of protection that she could never get.
That's oh, well, actually, hold on, we got enough for it.
But if we talk to Void might give us a better deal, because the other Nether was not very kind, or money hungry is the word. He was money hungry.
If you want to take, we got 12. We got a lot of money. If you want to go try to get that, then I want to find the shop list again. I don't know where.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that's all that he has, as well.
Maybe we go ask him to see if we have anything for. Let's take what we got. We'll go to the shop. If everyone wants to come with Mariana to go to the shop, I'm going to the shop.
I'm going.
Sure.
And I'll specifically try to speak to Void, because I don't think anyone else has met Void yet.
Okay, you go in, and it seems like Nether is the only one in there at the moment. Hello! How are you all?
Is Void here?
No. How can I help you?
Well, and I take out a bunch of the shit that we have and just put it on the table. Like the sack of gems and money, and I'm like, we want stuff.
Okay.
They don't have anything specific that they want. You have any dexterous weapons, or like finesse weapons, or any cool potions?
Yeah, I mean, you guys picked through a lot of our stuff already.
Yeah, we know.
You guys have been here like 5 times in the past 2 months?
Yes.
It takes a while to enchant shit.
You're right. Well, this is the only shop. Well, okay,
Yeah, I
we
know.
take all of our stuff. Yep. I guess there's nothing else here.
He's basically saying you know what's there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, is there anything else you want? Like, if you want to get the ring of protection, but I still can't find the shop things. I was just gonna ask him if he had anything specific.
Yeah,
He doesn't have anything new, unfortunately.
Talara's gonna pipe him and ask, do you still have that ring of protection I was looking at a while ago?
Yes we do.
Can you remind me how much that was again?
Let me look here. 12,000 gold.
Why did it suddenly go up by 2,000 gold from the last time? It's just a question. It's just a question.
You know, inflation rates, whatnot, taxes.
Quick inflation rates.
Yeah, I mean, talk to the town hall people over there. I taxed the shit out of everyone.
Taxes.
Okay, well, I mean, we've just been so. I mean, you have, we have bought a lot of your goods, so I guess our business really means nothing then. So I'm good. I don't want it. You can keep it.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
I don't know what she's on about. I'll take it.
Okay.
I wait till she walks out of the store to say that.
Okay.
I was wanting to roll a charisma check to see if, like, I don't know, is he gonna be like, if he could potentially be like, no, but like actually, like,
He wasn't budging the first time you guys tried to do, or the first time you tried to really do stuff.
Okay.
So he's not really gonna budge anyways.
And that's like so much monies, though.
We have like 3 times that.
While we're here, Narissa would like to sell her old quiver since she got her fancy new one from Ether.
Okay, I can give you like a gold for that.
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't want it anymore.
Okay. Gives you gold?
Thanks.
Does he have a necklace of fireballs?
No. I'm not
And
giving you guys that.
Imagine.
Lila, can you remember what the quiver is called?
The efficient quiver.
Efficient quiver, thank you.
I'll add it eventually.
Vernon probably joined them on this shopping trip, and he's gonna look around to see if there's anything particular that would
Okay.
catch his
What about-
fancy.
Pushing a fly.
You guys went through his potions. You guys bought all the potions up, basically, that he had.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't think there is anything else that we want then. But if Talara really wants the
Well-
ring of protection.
The first time I was asking for something that would either raise my my defense or like my magic power is what I asked, but I was only told that there was the ring of protection just because my role. Would there be anything else like that you haven't like? Basically, we know everything that's there, and we wouldn't have any.
Yeah,
he wouldn't have
he
anything
hasn't
new,
had
like-
anything like super big come in, or
Yeah.
anything new that has been enchanted. It seems like he's doing
Yeah.
like menial things with stuff.
Yeah, so that was the only thing that was really she wanted.
If you want to, yeah. I think if you want to, or if you walked out of the store, I'll buy it for you if you walked out of the store.
She's she's like no, like he's intentionally like raising the prices just so we will buy things because we have no other option, and she's like no, screw that.
Okay. Then I wait till you're out of earshot and then I buy it. Earshot, and then I buy it. And then, so 1,300 gold out of our max. I'll just take it out of the,
It's 12,000 gold.
12,000? Okay, cool. Well, then we got 500 left from that big amount.
Okay.
And that
Oh,
was a 25 for investigation.
Is there anything that you're specifically looking for?
Anything artificer type. So, like, any tools, any...
Okay, you do find
Specials.
an alchemy jug.
ooh.
I'd have to look that up. And you do find what looks to be a scroll of, it has like some sort of teleportation magic stuff on it. But the alchemy
Ooh.
jug, it can hold up to a gallon of liquid and weighs 12 pounds, whether full or empty. You can choose the amount of something. You have the option of acid, basic poison, beer, honey, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, fresh or salt water, and wine.
That is such a wide variety of shit to put in this.
Just a jug of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Grog does that in Critical Role.
Yep.
I love
They're all
that.
different amounts of stuff, too, I'm
Yep.
pretty sure.
Mayonnaise, you
Like,
can get up
the
to 2 gallons. Salt water, 12. Fresh water, 8.
That might be good in case we're on fire again.
Yeah, he's definitely grabbing that with the scroll.
Okay, let me look up the price of these items. And then do the math. Okay, the alchemy jug is 600. And then the scroll of teleport is 25,000 gold.
Yep, there it is.
Fun. Cool.
Well, we've got it. If you want to buy all that, we've got it.
Do you guys have 25,000 gold?
25 Oh! I thought you said, my brain heard 20,500. Never mind. I'm not going to steal anything from these people. I like Void too much.
Yeah.
Nether, on the other hand.
Steals it from Nether. God dang it. We can only grab the jug then. God dang it. I say sadly.
Are you getting it?
Yeah, we're getting the jug.
I'm keeping track of the money from the large amount, which is why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay, you get an alchemy jug. Anything else you guys are purchasing?
not necessarily a purchase, but can I pull out my mineral dust and be like, hey, do you know what this is?
Yeah, let me take a look. And he takes it and he kind of brings up a magnifying glass and looks at it. It looks to be like some sort of diamond dust.
Any idea how much that might be worth?
About 200.
Cool. Thank you.
Of
She
course.
takes it and puts it back in her pocket.
Cast mending, putting each speck of dust together.
That's not how those things work.
No, I know. Yeah. I think I'm good. Does anyone else want to buy anything?
I think I'm good.
During this time, Serafina did not opt to join them, and she just went back to her room, just FYI,
Okay.
with Ether's letter in hand.
Okay. I'll go ahead and send that, yeah, I'll send it over to you. You walk into your room and you see that, Toro is now sitting on the bed, kind of just gestures.
I know, I'm sorry. Look, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Just calm down.
You can hear a big huff.
Sassy goat.
He's not a goat right now. But I'm not gonna tell you what he is right now without everyone else there. Anyway,
Goodbye, Nether. Tell Void that I love them.
okay. I don't think he'll remember who you are, but cool.
I leave a lasting impression. It's the creepy factor.
No, I haven't gotten that vibe off of you yet.
Thank you. Wait, I'm insulted actually. Walk out.
Okay. What is everybody else doing?
Back to the ship. Are we ready to, or I guess, get ready to set sail for the following day? Or whenever Devil Smile sells all the paintings.
Okay. Devil Smile probably doesn't come back until like 3 a.m. Which of the crew would you like to send to Brine Light?
I'm sending Sly. He got those good like he can see eyes well. He can see.
He got them
I'm
good
saying.
peepers.
Them good peepers. What was the description I had of him was good peepers. Sorry, I'm going back to look through my list of people.
There is Wendy O'Shiv, Colin Cutter, Barnacle Barbara, Peter the Pegger, Jason Krabs, Evander, Warwick, Devil Smile, Terradin, and Anissa.
I'll send Wendy. And then let's do, we don't want a large group, I think, because then they'll be easier to get to spot. And then we'll send, I think, will Terradin and Anissa be okay splitting?
Roll me a charisma check.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm just gonna say no. 9.
Yeah, they won't leave each other's sides.
Okay. Well, I think they would be good, like, fighting wise, and if they get into something bad.
Okay. So you're sending
I'll
Sly,
say-
Wendy, Terradin, and Anissa.
Yes.
Cool.
When I'll give Sly the sending stone, let him know about, hey, it's a once a day thing. Let me know if there's any emergencies, and I'll check in with you every now and then.
Cool. Sounds good. I'll check in when I can.
All right, thank you for doing this.
Alright, Captain.
Yeah.
Alright, you fuckers, let's go!
Wait, hold on, Sly.
He turns to the other three and kind of just begins, like, jaunting off to his room to get his stuff.
Oh no, what have I done? Then I turn back and I go, am I too nice of a captain? Should I be bitchier? Like, to myself, just walking.
Ether like sees it go by, it's like, fuck him up!
All right, hearties. No.
Okay. When Delismile gets back, he has sold 8,000 gold worth of the art. He wasn't able to
Bitcha.
sell the other portion of it.
Okay. he rings back and goes, "It's okay, it'll add to the decor."
I mean, if we stop at another, in another port city.
Until then, the decor. Does any of it have skeletons on it?
No, a lot of it is just weird little statues.
That's not comfortable. I say, holding the little lady.
Yeah, he just looks down at the little lady in your hand and is like, okay.
I'm gonna teach you how to say some new phrases.
Peekaboo.
Yes. Peekaboo indeed.
Okay. So you guys, also, Narissa, you go to pick up your arrows, the other $100, for the remaining.
Yep.
Take it out of what we have. Don't take it out of your own. Take it out of the group.
Okay, thank you. 100 gold.
I'll monitor it.
Okay.
When Mariana gives her the 100 gold for that, she's just like, oh my god, thank you. I love you. You're the best captain ever.
Okay. Great. Okay. Yeah, you guys begin to prepare off. Is there anything else anyone is doing before then? Okay. You send the 4 off, and they get passage on another mercantile ship that's going over that way. They'll check in periodically as well. And you guys begin heading toward the Chimera Brume, via the way, through the Pelagia Barrier Reef. Warwick is navigating you guys through that. He estimates, based on kind of an estimate of where you guys think the Chimera Brume is, he estimates probably about a month and a half trek over that way. Alright. You guys get on open water. Is there anything you guys do during that first day once you have shifted from port and begin going through the Barrier Reef?
He's keeping his mind occupied, and he's building stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and make a Tinker's check. And let me know what you're working on.
Both the teleportation device, and he's going to start working on a cannon.
Okay.
Seraphin
Roll
is
me
going
2
to take.
then.
That was a 3.
Okay.
And then the 13, and that's not plus my proficiency, which is 4,
Plus
and
your
intelligence,
yes,
which is 4, so 8.
Okay. The first one, you're not making a lot of progress on your teleportation device, but your cannon that you're working on goes without question. You're able to quickly finish that within kind of like that first week's time. What is Seraphina doing?
So Seraphina is first going to take the sending stone that Vernon had given her and check to see if there's anything on it.
You don't hear anything on it.
Okay, then she's going to talk into it. Hello, Winnie. How is the weather?
Hello, Ilio. The weather is just fine.
Okay. And then she'll put it aside. And she'll first go ahead and do we have a message? I think we have a message. Yeah, she'll go ahead and message Mariana, and say, can you come into my quarters for a minute, please? I have one more thing to tell you.
Jesus
yes,
Christ.
I'm on my way. The funniest thing is, my first thing was going to be go to Mariana and say, so what's up with your goat? Oh, sorry, go to Seraphina. So yeah, I was just like getting up to go to Seraphina anyway. I go, oh yeah, okay, I'm on my way. I go to your quarters and I go to knock, and then I remember that I'm trying to be a tougher captain, and I go, let me in. Sorry, can I come in?
Seraphina goes to the door and opens it, and lets Mariana in, and then closes it immediately.
And immediately you are met with a familiar Minotaur face.
What?
Yeah, sitting on Seraphina's cot.
So the right-hand man of the Vixen is who I'm looking at?
Mhm.
Oh, I loved that guy. Mariana liked him a lot, actually. Where we go? I put my hand on, like, my weapon for a second and just stare at him, and I go, Seraphina.
No. The weapon's not necessary. Toro's the one who rescued me, when I was hanging. But it would be very dangerous if anyone saw him on our ship, since he has been so long beside the Vixen. So he's betrayed a lot to help me.
You betrayed the Vixen and the Pirate King. Can you not speak anymore?
He opens his mouth and you see a cut tongue.
He could never speak. Well, he hasn't been able to speak for quite some time.
Okay, I thought you lost it recently. Sorry about that.
But he'll be a valuable ally to us. He's not actually a goat, as you can see.
I've gathered. Serafina, I don't... You know what? Our lives are already so goddamn weird. This might as well happen. Nice to officially meet you, Toru. I remember I really liked your battle axe. It looked really cool. Do you still have that?
He points to the corner of the room.
Nice. Well, and I go out and I shake his hand.
His hand, is so much bigger than yours.
Oh my god. Okay, hi. Right. Well, this is new information. Thank you for saving the blaze. Is there anything you need? Let me... Serafina, I'm trying to be a harsher captain, but I can't do it.
I mean, if you go around screaming a bit, I'm sure that would instill some fear into the crew.
If I scream, I'll destroy the ship.
Not if you scream upward.
Wouldn't that look weird if I just go around yelling at the sky when I'm trying to talk to people? See, Toru agrees.
Well, I think part of your uniqueness as a captain is how you captain right now. You don't always have to be mean and intimidating to be a pirate captain. Toro, hush.
I feel like I'm standing next to where Toro is sitting, and I'm he's taller than me sitting than I am standing or something. Is he? Yeah.
Yeah, his horns are he's hunched over because his horns hit the roof.
This is why I keep him in the room mostly.
You're trying to make it like a skylight.
He's glaring daggers at Serafina when she says, I keep you in goat form.
It's the only way to make him less noticeable.
Well, I mean, he's in your room. He's not very noticeable right now. I mean, you're very noticeable right now.
In general, when we're out and about, and if I have to keep him a secret, I put him in goat form.
Although it would be very cool in battle when a goat comes out and then all of a sudden he's a minotaur. That would be fun.
See, Toro, there are uses.
Can you turn into anything else, or are you turning him into a goat?
Yes.
Okay.
I could turn him into other things, but...
how many syllables, Toru? What do you want to be turned into? How many syllables? You don't want to be turned into anything.
Yeah, he doesn't really appreciate it. But you know what? If it's for the greater good and if it's to help keep us safe, Toro, then we'll deal with it when we deal with it.
I'll have someone bring you another cot to this room, or another so you have more area to sleep in.
Perfect, thank you.
He gestures like he can't sleep anywhere comfortably in this room.
Right. Sorry. We don't have any other bigger room. Well, we have one bigger. Don't flirt with the Minotaur Star. Don't do it.
He just pats you on the shoulder.
Ow. Okay, thank you. Well, Serafina, you want to walk up around on deck?
He like points to his legs and he goes,
let us get a little bit further out to sea, and then make sure there's nothing around us, and then, we can go walking around, and I'll explain some things to them.
Yes, we should probably let the crew know before he goes around walking.
Yeah, that would be quite startling. I'm pretty sure Barky and Ether would attack him on sight.
Yes, let's not have that, please.
No, you'll be fine. Oh.
Yes, Tori, but that's not the point. The point is that we just don't want to start a fight to begin with.
We don't want any more bad blood.
For now, just stay in here. We'll figure things out.
Question, Serafina. How did he bring you back to life? What's the whole deal with that?
So that I'm not 100% sure on. I just know that I was struck with my own blade. When I came to, he was paddling us out of Osteo Bay, and my throat was pretty badly burned by the ropes that they had hung me with, I'm assuming. But that's all I remember. And he can't really talk to explain it to me further.
Did you not message him in his head?
Message doesn't really go through either.
Alright. Well, hey, now we kind of match. And I pull down and you see, like, the dragon scars that I've still got. Kind of match.
We do indeed.
Nice to meet you, Toru. We'll get you on deck soon. It's nice to have you back, Serafina. Quick hug. I love you, bye. And then I walk out of the room.
Okay. Don't look at me, Toro. I don't know. I've been on the ship as long as you have now, at this point. Back on it.
I like that everyone's reaction to Mariana is always confusion, and the crew's always like, don't worry about her, she's mentally ill. Like, I feel like that's the common response to it now.
Toro just goes, like, points to you, Serafina, and then back out to the door where Mariana is, goes,
I'm not going to go out and kiss her. You need to stay in here. I'm going to go get some fresh air.
Me holding the little lady in my room. Oh, Mariana, you look so well and good. It's me, Serafina. It's so nice to see you again.
okay.
It's so nice
What
to
is
see
everyone
you
else
too.
doing? Okay. You guys begin traveling. Night falls. Who's up on deck, kind of like towards the nighttime?
Probably Vernon. Vernon and Ether. Take a watch together.
Okay. I'd like you both to make perception checks for me.
Oh no.
Delicious.
Okay, 14.
Okay.
Not bad.
14 as well, oh my god!
Okay. You guys are both kind of like walking the ship, kind of like keeping an eye out, and you guys kind of both notice at the same time as you guys are like moving through where the two like very large intersection of the islands, like you guys are passing through, just over the Pelagia Barrier Reef. You guys both notice like this vibrant pink and purple glow of jellyfish from below you, like where the like below where the ship is. And you guys, as you continue to watch, it continues to grow and expand as it gets darker and darker. And you can see for probably miles along the coast.
This is quite strange.
Ether is just like in awe watching this.
Vernon's, I don't think, seen anything like this, so he's kind of like in awe but also confused.
You do know that the Barrier Reef, Vernon, during kind of some of like the more summery months, there are times like just after dusk where there are miles worth of jellyfish plumes on the coast.
Oh, so he has seen it before. Nice.
You know of it, you haven't seen it before.
Yeah, no. interesting to see in person.
Yeah, Ethan's like kind of like a little kid, like fully like on the rail and just like leaning a little bit, like looking at all the jellyfish, and they're just like, sights like these make me happy that I left home.
Me too. He just has like an arm kind of like over Ether to make sure he doesn't fall, but he's not touching him. Very romantic.
Ether is like starstruck at this, like too starstruck to notice. There's like, this is really pretty. Yeah, though I think after that, like soon enough, they're just be like, okay, I still have to keep watch. I was gonna go and continue making rounds.
Okay. Yeah. You guys continue, eventually heading off to bed after your guys' watches. Vernon. As you rest, you fall into a quick slumber, for your eyes open once more in a familiar dark expanse, with a blue stone bridge expanding into nothingness. You hold a torch that lights the area, but something feels different. The air is muggy, and a slight breeze brings the smell of death to your nose. You can't hear the rustling of a once sleeping creature rousing from rest, but just the deafening silence that is sometimes interrupted by the sound of the crackling torch in your hand and the drip of water somewhere far off. You feel your body moving forward, and as you walk along the bridge, you can see, after a while, it begins to shift. The blue stone of the handcrafted bridge beginning to take form of more natural rock, with mud and moss covering them as you continue. It feels like forever before you're met with a new sight entirely. An expansive cave system sits before you, the dark void that once surrounded you slowly dissipating as you continue to walk forward. In this space, you feel insignificant, as the walls of the cave seem to stretch for miles. Miles of winding rock you follow. The cave is void of anything but the large gnarled roots that hang from the ceiling as cobwebs dance between them, and the smell of putrid mud staining the air as you look forward, seeing a stagnant lake with a large statue of a feminine figure donned in heavy plate armor made of a once vibrant gold that has since been covered in tangling vines and hanging moss. This figure stands over 100 foot tall in this cave. Looks to be made to be pulling back a string of a bow and arrow that is no longer there. What do you do?
He's going to definitely look more at the statue, try to place, with his knowledge, like, who he thinks made it, what's the significance, and he's just gonna, like, pull off some of the vines and stuff like that off of it.
Okay, it's in the middle of a stagnant lake.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you are like 200 feet away from it, and you can just see it kind of looming in the distance in the middle of this lake.
Okay.
But as
There's
you're kind
no
of like
way.
looking at it and kind of trying to determine the architecture, you can't place it. It's weird. You know what architecture, how the elves and the dwarves, they form their buildings and statues and such. But this seems almost otherworldly. And as you're sitting, pondering what it could be, you hear a familiar voice creep into your head. Mortal, you now know where your destiny will lead only yourself. Once you have my hoard and the device that imprisons me, you must bring me back home. The place you stand in now.
Where is home?
Don't
Where is
be
this?
stupid.
I've never seen this place before. How am I supposed to know?
Come on, figure it out.
Home is where the heart lies. Brenly?
No. Don't play a fool. Have I mistakenly picked someone unworthy?
I'm reading. Hang on. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah. Turncraft.
Yes.
We'll get you here. We'll get you.
Only you. You
I'll get
cannot
you free.
trust the others you're with.
Can he try to think if he can or not, or is just this
Like, what do you mean? Think.
like
If he can think.
we can think? Yes. I can't think. So is it like he's manipulating, and Vernon can just be like, "But I trust these people," or is this just something that he is now going to be like, "I don't trust these people anymore"?
You don't know. You can't determine. He's telling you you cannot trust these people.
What's wrong with the people I'm with? They're helping me find this treasure. I can't do this without them.
You can't trust them to fulfill your destiny. What I handpicked you for. They can aid in getting you there, but not here.
As long as I can get us there, that's all that matters.
And as you continue to look up at the statue, you see this almost acidic bow appear in her hand, and she releases an arrow and it shoots at you into the ground before you wake up. As you wake up, you see that there is a scroll laying on your chest.
Definitely a little shaken up, but he sits up and looks at the scroll.
It looks to be a scroll that you saw in the Nether and Void shop.
Oh? He stares at it for a hot minute and then just is looking around. I guess uses, I don't know if I have the type ratchet. Just gonna stare at it.
Just make a wisdom check for me.
Cool. Never mind, I already know what that is. It's +1. That's a 9. 9.
Okay. You're trying to focus on why you would have this. And you get a brief flash of being in the shop, but it's darker. Nighttime, but you can't remember anything else. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
How dare you?
That's news to me.
Thank you all for tuning in for the 18th episode of A Parlous Voyage. We'll see you all next week. And may the dice guide you to beautiful friendships.
Well,
What the fuck was that?